I thought what we'd do today is have a look at a brand new release from Academy. This is kit number 13556, and it's Academy's representation of a Panzer I with a motorcycle sidecar combination from early in the Second World War. So this is a final sample release that the people at Academy have sent to me. The kit isn't available in Australia just yet, but it will be shortly. What we've got here, as I said, is the Panzer I with the motorcycle and sidecar combination. We've got here the box art. It's a new style of box art from the people at Academy where the focus is on the completed model, the representation of. Not much in the way of kit numbers or brand or actual branding. You can see a little representation down there of Academy. So as we've come to expect from Academy, we've got that nice glossy artwork. It's a sturdy top opening box. We'll pop that open, and then once we've opened the box, what do we find inside? So let's put that to one side. So we've got one bag, two bags of sprues, so 6 sprues in total. We've got decals with a very modest photo etch sheet. We've got instructions that are spread over 1, 2, 3 booklets, and the third booklet shows us the painting and marking options for 5 different vehicles used 1939 through 1940 in Poland and France during the early stages of World War II. And we then have a correction sheet for some changes during the various assembly stages. So that's pretty good. And then of course, as is the case with more and more model brands, a few warning sheets already good to go. So the Panzer I was a very small armoured fighting vehicle. Crew of 2, a driver and a commander/gunner. Armament was machine guns over cannon, and it was more a reconnaissance/scouting vehicle than a heavy armoured fighting vehicle. You know, an indication of the size of the model is, you know, there's the turret. That's not a huge 3 or 4 man compartment. That's one guy in there doing what he needs to do. As we'd expect from Academy, we've got the sand-coloured plastic. It's crisp, it's clean. Attachment points aren't overly huge. It's very nicely done. Any knockout marks are going to be in areas that won't be seen or will be easy to fill and sand. So we can see there, even though, as I said, it's a small vehicle, the part count isn't crazy high, but there's quite a lot of detail going to be achieved through the various construction processes. Academy have been around for 50 plus years now. They really do a good kit, and every time they release a new kit, we see a further enhancement of what they've been able to do. Some of their aircraft models, for example, their recent A-10 Warthog, if we think back to their Cobra attack chopper of recent times, they really have pushed the boundaries and done a great job. And I think this particular kit in the armoured fighting vehicle is just another example of what Academy are doing in regards to quality, value for money in their range of kits. So one thing I would like to point out is this Z sprue. Now this is the crew for the motorcycle sidecar combination. Now Academy have never really been known for their figures, and there is also a tank commander figure included in this. And again, as always, Ryan will get some close-up images so you can see. But what I see here, and hopefully you'll be able to see it in the images, is I'm unsure as to whether or not they've actually got somebody else to mould this for them, or they've really changed the approach to how they do their figures. The detail here, separate feet, laterally split torsos, all that type of thing means the detail on the figures is far superior to what we've experienced from the people at Academy in previous. So again, they're really trying to lift their game. Things here, and we'll need Ryan to do his magic here, but things like the facial expression, things like moulding German helmet tops, and we've even got the goggles on there. That's something that's very, very nicely done. Separate feet, separate hands. It's not what we would expect from Academy. It's a very nice change in pace from what they've presented to us before. So the C sprue, and there's 2 of those in the kit, This contains the running gear, drive wheel, the return rollers, etc. And as we see so commonplace now, individual link and length tracks so that we can get the detail and the fit of the tracks around the rollers as within scale as possible. Like I said, this is a small model, so you're really going to have your patience about you when it comes to taking these individual links off and then forming them up. Using a track making jig would be ideal, or making one a jig yourself, maybe out of some balsa or some evergreen that will allow you to get a nice constant run would be ideal. Of course, you can start assembling them by putting them on the rollers and then going from there, whatever works best for you. But you know, again, attention to detail there is very, very nice. The moulding is crisp and clean, as you would expect. I did note, or I did say, that there was a correction sheet involved with the instructions, and the correction sheet is about the road wheels, and that is the parts that are here on sprue C. So make sure that you check those instructions during the assembly to save yourself any heartache. Sprue Y covers off with the motorcycle and sidecar combination, and we can see here the attention to detail on how they've broken this down is really, really nice. Things like the wheel hubs, we've got the tyres there done, not as soft plastic or incorporated with the hubs, but they're separate. So being able to paint this up is going to be quite good. We've got the sidecar combo, we've got weapons for it, we've got the motorcycle frame. This is very, very nice. It's literally a kit into itself. I mean, German motorcycle and sidecar combinations, I can think have been out there in the marketplace from Tamiya is the first one that jumps to mind. I think Zvezda have also done one, but this one from Academy is a very, very nice change in pace, and looks to me to be very, very well done. Obviously, you know, when you're building this, you'll have form your own opinions, but I think this is quite nice, and it complements the Panzer I very nicely. So what we've then got is the decals. Now they're printed in-house by the people at Academy in South Korea. They look quite nice. Colours look right. Doesn't seem to be any excess carrier film. We've got some string there that's stock standard with 1/35 models to use to represent the tow cable for the tank. And I'll just flip that over, and I want Ryan to get an image, a close-up on this one, because not only do we have photo etch for the grills on the tank, but what we've got is the neck gorgets for the figures on the motorcycle. So they would be representing a field police crew, and they're the neck gorgets, I think that's how it's pronounced, that the German field police used during the Second World War, or the German military used over a period of time. And again, that's that nice little attention to detail that you probably wouldn't expect from Academy, and they've pulled out all the stops on this one. Well done, Academy. So like I said, there's 3 instruction manuals here. So just quickly, they're in the A4 format. We've got here the paint index, and we're calling out the paints: Humbrol, GSI, Life Colour, Testers, Revell, Vallejo, AK, lots and lots of options there. Let's quickly pull that out. We start with Manual 1, deals with the motorcycle, and we can see there in this fold-out format, it's all fairly straightforward. Paint colours are called out as you go, so make sure that you review the instructions prior to assembly, so you don't give yourself any unnecessary heartache. Fold that out, let's slide that across. So we can see there, very straightforward. Looks to build up quite nicely. I think, you know, the fit of parts is going to be very good, and it should be, by all intents purposes, an enjoyable build. So continuing on, we flip the sheet over. So finishing off the motorbike and the crew. So we've got the driver, and then we've got the passenger. Looks good, happy days. We then start on step 12. We start on the actual tank, the Panzer I itself, and we can see there construction is fairly straightforward. Starts with the tub, and we move forward from there. So Manual 2 starts at step 14, continuing on with the tank. with the running gear, and this is where the correction sheet comes in for step number 14, step number 15. So make sure if you're building this model that you take advantage of those. Over 16, then we start to see the tracks, construction of the tub, etc., placement of the tools, the jack, all that type of thing, exhaust, a little bit of photo etch goes in there. Flick that over. Hopefully I didn't do that too quick, but there we go, we can see that. Fairly straightforward. Got the parts layout, and that pretty much is manual 2. So manual 3 is in a gloss colour format, and we can see there various markings and paint options for this armoured fighting vehicle. So 3 on the first side, and then we've got the remaining 2. This shows us the assembly of the tank commander. You can see there he's got options of headgear, and then we've got the placement of the photo etch on the tank. We're supplied on the decal sheet with German eagles and the crests for the side of the helmet. That's a nice touch. And then you can see there the chest or neck gorgets that I was talking about, which I'm very, very impressed by that. So that's Academy's kit of 13556, their Panzer I with motorcycle and sidecar combination. That's going to be available in retail stores and online shortly, distributed in Australia by Hobbies Australia, and will be available in stores very, very shortly. So until next time we get the opportunity to catch up, please hit that subscribe button, use the like button, comments, we'd love to hear from you. But until next time, I'm Andrew from Hobbies Australia. Stay safe, take care, and as I always say, let's build more kits. Bye for now.